container number 3. I'm starting with a captured SVG logo file. If you haven't watched the video on how to do that, it is pinned in our channel. I encourage you to do that. If you have an SVG file to work with, please do that. If you don't, I think I will go ahead and post like a Enoch Pratt logo or something for you to work with, which you can download and then import, choose the file, and import. So pause if you need to work on that. All right. I want to create a box using this shape generator. Okay, so under shape generators, I go to featured, and on page 2 of the featured shape generators is the adjustable box that I'm going to drag over. It's pink. So let's think about what size box I want to make. Obviously, this depends on you and what you have a need for, but let's just adjust these. I can stretch the box out this way. Let's make it 4 inches or 100 millimeters. I can make it, let's make it 2 inches wide. Now let's make it 3 inches wide. And let's make it 4 inches tall. Oops, I'm dragging it the wrong way. Okay, wall thickness of 1.75 millimeters. That's very thin. You don't need it to be super thick, but just kick it up a little bit. I'll kick it up to 2.5. That's good. 3 would be fine. Just to give a little more thickness to the edges. So cool. I've got the bottom part of a box and it's got this lip on it. So I need the top to the box. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy and paste. This one goes off to the side. And you can see down here I have another drop box, top or bottom. I want this one to be the top. All that changed was the lip changed. And technically you can see, yeah, we could use this as the top, just flip it over and it's like a 50-50 thing. I don't want a 50-50 thing. I want the top to be much smaller than the bottom. So I'm going to take that and just shrink it down to about 10. 12 is fine. Awesome. So I have now generated a box. The bottom is here, the top is here, and it will fit together perfectly with this lip. Now let's think about this logo and how we're going to put the logo on the box. I need to start by tilting it 90 degrees forward. And I'm using the inner rotation to jump by certain amounts, as opposed to the outer rotation, which can give you fine movements. I want a perfect 90-degree angle. You can also type that in. I'm going to hit the D key. Anytime you have something below the ground, you can hit D. And I'm going to hold the Shift key while I, oh, yikes. I'm going to hold the Shift key while I resize this. This can be hard with thin shapes. Hold on, I got to do this from a different angle. Okay, and I'm holding the Shift key as I do this to keep it all the same. And now I want to drag it sort of to the front, or you know what, let's move this more to the center. And that can go behind it, I guess. This is a pretty large box. Okay, so I've got my logo floating in space. Let's just use the arrow keys to try to line it up perfectly onto this surface. Nope. Getting there. I still need to make it a little smaller. So I'm going to hold the Shift key. And I like these side ones. There we go. Okay, very quickly. I'm lifting this off the ground. Now it's perfect. The important thing is I want to cut out exactly 1 millimeter. I think that's 1. So I change it to a whole. I select all and I group.